All right, so we're gonna do the origin story. So first of all, I have been training Muay Thai, also known as Thai boxing, since January 2009. And the first school that I called my home school was Global Martial Arts Academy in Virginia Beach, Virginia, while I was in college attending Hampton University. But as time has gone on, I moved back to this area. This is kind of like I call home, Maryland area, Maryland, DC area. It's where my family and I moved in 1997. Mathematically, if you're trying to figure out, I am 38, black don't crack, cocoa butter, water, and fitness. But so when I came back home in 2011, I eventually found Beta Academy in Washington, D.C. So to even bring me to those pieces, we'll go to the very end where we are right now, and then I'm going to take you to the very beginning. So where we are right now is I am one of the founding members and one of the head instructors of Travel Train Teach. Travel Train Teach is a martial arts, fitness, and community-based business. We have been operating independently since the pandemic, the summer of 2020. We started in a parking lot. Eventually, we went inside to a facility called the Hall CP. And then over time, we had a few other opportunities that we utilized, one being Cabrera BJJ in Hyattsville, Maryland. And now we are proud to say that we are operating every single day, Sunday through Sunday. Our headquarters right now is High Noon Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Alexandria, Virginia. And I am also the program director of Thai boxing and kickboxing at Alliance BJJ, also known as Foundry BJJ in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Now, what got me here is a long but short story. So in 2008, I was in a long distance engagement. I was engaged to somebody. It was a long distance relationship, someone I met in college. And when it fell apart, I pretty much fell apart. I was young. I think I was like 23. Had really no grasp on how to be a husband. I mean, because I was young. I was still in college. I knew how to work. I knew how to treat people with respect, treat people kindly, do my best to have loving actions. But was I really prepared to be a husband? No, I was not. Like, let's be honest. But when that relationship fell apart, I essentially did fall apart. Like I lost my sense of identity a little bit, definitely lost my go-getter attitude a little bit, and my overall self-esteem and self-worth. And as the year came to a conclusion, a lot of my friends told me that they saw how lifeless I was. And it's very hard. If you love someone, it's very hard to see them at their worst. You don't abandon anybody at their worst, though. Let that be clear. If you love someone, you're never supposed to leave them at their worst. You may have to distance yourself a little bit to allow them to kind of get themselves together, because maybe your advice is not, seeping in at that moment. Maybe they're not ready. But you should always be there for people that you love. But with that being said, as the year concluded and the new year began, I told myself, I need something new. I need something that is for me. I need something that is going to help build me back up. And I need something that is going to put me in a positive environment. And at that time, mixed martial arts was really big in that part of the 2000s. The Ultimate Fighter was like well known on TV. I think at that time it was probably on like Spike TV or something. And I was very interested in that. Plus, as a child, my father introduced me to karate, and then as well as kung fu, and just all different styles of martial arts. And I actually trained karate when I was a kid, and then from that moment that my dad introduced me to martial arts through movies and taking classes with movies like Bruce Lee and like Jet Li, Jackie Chan. My passion for Asian cinema and fighting as a art never escaped me. I always loved it. Like to this day, I love action movies. So as 2009 came around, my New Year's resolution or promise to myself was I was going to find something and I wanted to get back to training. So I did some research. I looked into different places. I went to a few different places. I like to analyze the room. I kind of like, watch. I like to watch how people are being coached. I like to watch how people are learning. And I went to a few places in that Virginia Beach, Newport News, Hampton area that I did not like. But when I walked into Global Martial Arts Academy in Virginia Beach, instantly, like, I felt that I was in the right place. I felt that I was in a safe place. I felt that I was in a loving place. It was very family oriented. And I knew that this is where I'm supposed to be. So as the years went on, training just became like my new passion. Like honestly, training has become a stronger passion than music. And music has always been a big passion for me growing up. I was a music major in college as well. But honestly, training martial arts, I say it to people all the time, training martial arts saved my life. It gave me new purpose. It gave me new direction. It challenged me while I was already being challenged. And because of that, it has helped me understand that I'm much stronger than I think I am. And I'm also stronger than what other people would deem me to be. And when you need an environment like that and you find it, it is your new home, so to speak. For some people, it is a euphoric feeling. It's a religious feeling. It's just a great feeling. It's a great environment. And over the years, I have developed some of the best friendships through my love for combat sports. And I started coaching after I joined Beta Academy in 2012. I moved back to the area, moved back to the Maryland, D.C. area in 2011. I tried a couple of places out. It didn't work for me. I found Beta Academy in Washington, D.C., owned and operated by Nakapan. And I trained there from 2012 to now. I actually was given the opportunity to become a coach in 2013. And that was definitely a new level of life changing. To go from being a forever student, which I still am, I'm still a forever student, to also be invested in the aspect of, hey, I'm going to trust you with the learning of these people. And as time goes on, like when you take on the responsibility of a coach, you have to ask yourself, like, is this what you want to do? Because everyone that's there to be led by you, they've already answered that question. So as a coach, you need to ask yourself, like, hey, do I want to encourage people? Do I want to help people find the best version of themselves? And then over time, I realized, I'm like, hey, like, Muay Thai really, for me, is a vehicle. It's a passion. Combat sports is a passion. I love it. But over time, I realized that coaching is a vehicle for me to encourage people to be the best version of themselves. And I tell people all the time, and I've developed some really good friendships that have gone through miles. Like I've got great friends in California. I've got great friends all around the world. And when we talk about like coaching styles and just like my interaction with them in our relationship, a lot of people tell me that the reason why they love the way that I coach is because they can feel the sincerity in my teaching methods. And those teaching methods have been like developed over years, man. I've really gone to a lot of different workshops and seminars with one of my great training partners, Darnell Andrews. We've gone to a lot of different workshops and seminars to train with some of the best people that we have like been fans of. And when you learn different teaching styles and you have great conversations with people like Liam Harrison or Eddie Abasolo or Kevin Ross, Andy Sauer, like legends of the sport that you've been training, it is a great opportunity to be humbled, but it's also a great opportunity to get some validation of, are you going the right direction? Are you headed in a direction that people are going to remember you forever? Or are you headed in a direction where the only person that's going to remember you is you? And that is a conflict when it comes to coaching. Coaching is a selfless act. Like if you want to be a successful coach, you really need to ask yourself, am I willing to put all of these people as a high level priority? Am I willing to be the best part of somebody's day? That for some people holds a lot of weight. For other people, it's a great feeling. For some people, it's like, oh man, I gotta take care of these people. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Me, on the other hand, I tell my students all the time, my mindset to put me where I'm supposed to be is that I tell myself before I get there that I waited all day to be here. I waited all day to coach these people. This is my favorite moment. So for it to be my favorite moment, I have to show them that they're my favorite people. And that's some of the things that I've learned being a coach over the years. And that's some of the things that I've done when it comes down to what we're doing right now. This podcast, this show, the bonus round. The bonus round is that extra level of encouragement. What I know that I needed over the years as I'm growing as an adult, as a young man, I do my best to take my personal life lessons and be as transparent with my students as possible. However, what I don't do is I don't bring my problems, my cares and concerns into the learning environment to the point where they can't feel like they're being lifted. It's one thing to be transparent, and it's another thing to just carry a cloud around you. If you carry a cloud around you, like naturally, you'll have a couple of people that stick around. You'll have a couple of people that, they'll ask you like, hey, what's going on? Like, how are you doing? Everything's okay. But if you think about it, like people aren't paying for your problems. Like as a coach, like people are paying for inspiration. People are paying to be challenged. And number one, they're paying to learn. So whether it is basketball, whether it's football, that's not what I coach. I coach combat sports. I coach Muay Thai. I coach kickboxing. I coach boxing, and I coach MMA. That's what our school, Travel Train Teach, offers. Those, and we also coach and teach women's only self-defense and general self-defense. So with that being said, when people come to us, they're looking to learn. They're looking to be able to be given something that they can utilize, whether it is in a self-defense aspect or a competition aspect, or just for fun and fitness. That's what they're looking for. And as time goes on, I've realized like there's more, there's more. There's more than just punching and kicking. There's more than just sweating. There's more than just jumping jacks. There's more than just jumping rope. There's more than just going for runs. There's more than just fighting. And for me, the answer of the more is Travel Train Teach. And the answer of the more past that now, in addition to it, is the bonus round.